Culture and heritage are our legacies from the past. We live with it in the present and we also save it for our next generation. Join us as we take the inroads to experience world culture. Welcome to Colors of India, a quick look at our specials this week. A star-spangled celebration. Dancing with Ghana. And Colors of India travels to Turkey. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Where liberty is, there is my country." And Americans living in Delhi celebrated the 4th of July Desi style. Delhi celebrated the 236th American Independence Day at the American Center with much ado.
Well, I think one of the messages we're sharing through both music and dance is that culture knows no boundaries, knows no borders, and the same tunes from Bollywood and Hollywood and top 40 American tunes are getting people on the dance floor and just show that culture crosses all borders.
Giving the American Day an Indian twist, Gaura Prema and her troupe from Natya Nectar Dance Company presented a unique Kathak performance. With her innovative abhinaya, Gaura and her troupe gave the Indian classical form a Western outlook.
Well, I feel I'm kind of a representative of both countries because I was born in America, but I live in India. I've lived here for the past 8 years. And what we've chosen to present tonight is actually a culmination of both communities, both artistic cultures coming together. So I feel what I bring to the table tonight is a marriage of both cultures, of both worlds coming together.
In her act, she incorporated different forms like chow, acrobatic yoga movements and the martial arts Kalaripaita. Apart from performing in their signature style, the troupe treated the audience with some American tunes and moves as well. Her troupe has members belonging to different ethnicities, much like the faith she has in the concept of united living. The cultural evening brought two of the world's greatest democracies an inch closer to each other. In ancient India, they believed that musicians and music has this magnificent power like Tansen could light up lamps through his singing. The Gharana of Mian Tansen survives to this day. To listen, stay tuned in. Hailing from a family of musicians, Ghulam Abbas Khan was initiated into classical music at a very young age. He was trained by his grandfather, Ustad Ghulam Jafar Khan, a sarangi player, and later by his father, Ustad Ghulam Sadiq Khan.
घराने में जो तालीम हमें दी जाती है, जो मैंने तालीम अपने वालिद साहब से ली, उसको मेंटेन करना मेरा पहला फ़र्ज़ है. उसके बाद वर्सटैलिटी का आजकल ज़माना है और बदलते ज़माने के साथ हमें इम्प्रोवाइजेशन, उसमें कहीं ना कहीं एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन जहाँ जहाँ गुंजाइश है वो हम कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उसी दायरे में ताकि हमारे घराने की गायकी ना ख़राब हो.
He enjoys singing khayal and classical compositions like the khayal, thumri and bhajan. He commenced this recital with a vilambit khayal in rag Multani. One could see his dexterity in maintaining the slow tempo with complex rhythms, which is the hallmark of the Rampur Sahaswan Gharana.
क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक वाकई बहुत पीछे छूटा जा रहा है, लेकिन आज भी घरानेदार लोग, हम जैसे हमारी फैमिली ट्रेडिशन या और बहुत काफ़ी घराने हैं क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक के, वो उसको बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि आगे बढ़े और बढ़ रहा है आगे.
Honoring the founder of the Sahaswan Gharana, Ustad Inayat Khan, he further presented a piece celebrating the season of Malhar. Ghulam Abbas was accompanied by his son Hassan Khan on vocals, along with Sri Amjad Ali Warsi on the tabla, Zakir Dholpuri on the harmonium, and Sanjay Kasab and Indrani on the tanpura.
The best thing was that I saw the grandfather, so much affectionately he was guiding them and just telling them where to stop, where to increase, where the frequency they have to modulate. All these things were by gesture, he was just guiding them. So much affection. I think the whole experience was really very, very, very spiritual, I would say. It takes you to a spiritual level.
On popular demand, he ended his recital with a Thumri in Rag Bhairavi, composed by Ustad Sadiq Khan. The evening, which brought together their entire musical lineage, proved delightful to the audience. Lamps didn't light up at this concert, but the faces of many in the audience sure lit up. It's time for us to take a small break on this sweet note. Don't go anywhere, because that which follows is sweeter still. Coming up, Dancing with Ghana, a summer celebration, and Colors of India goes international. Welcome back. Ghana literally means warrior king, and the dance from this African country was no less regal. Kaboom or togetherness is what Ghana believes in, and their dance speaks a similar language. At the African Dance Festival held in Delhi, One got a glimpse of this emotion as we witnessed as many as 5 dance forms: Adzogu, Bamaya, Adowa, Nimna and Kaple of Ghana merged into one.
As Africans, our greatest strength is staying together. We don't like individuality, you understand? So whatever we do as a society. So in Kabum is a reflection of our way of life as a people. So that is the title of the piece.
While Ghana's dance spells energy and oozes vibrancy, their music adds to the rhythm and the world. The traditional instruments, supported with loud vocals, make you want to cheer and sing along to the heady liveliness around.
As Africans, our dances are done under context, you understand? And each context has its requirement. So you can say this dance is energetic or not, but everything comes down to its context, you understand? Our level of energy may vary from their level of energy, but we're not talking about energy, we're talking about performance and its essence, you understand? So let's put the energy aside, but as Africans, we are united by movement, you understand? So all the movements you see here correlate.
High life music takes a traditional persuasive beat and fuses it with various European, American and Caribbean flavors. Hip life, on the other hand, is a newer style of music that combines the high life beats with influences from American hip hop and rap. While the style may differ between North and South, traditional music, dance and ceremony in Ghana are ritualized events occurring at ceremonies. The one common denominator across all regions of Ghana is the zestful, high-voltage performance and the beaded costume that add to the color and the vigor. What moves, what flexibility and what energy. Hip and high indeed. Now summer spells heat, summer also spells holidays, and there's so much that you can do on these precious days. Come summer, the cultural centers across town dole out different activities and events to make the holidays interactive and fun for the kiddos. The cultural wing of the Delhi government, Sahitya Kala Parishad, recently organized the Natkhat Utsav.
It's a new platform which the kids have got, and in case if this kind of events are organized, they'll be more attracted to the classical side.
The Utsav was a part of a summer workshop for children, giving them a platform to perform and showcase their talents. A rather smart way of exposing them to new cultures and identities. For instance, the Odissi performance helped them better understand the mudras and the bhavas.
I think this is the best way to introduce some dance, and I hope that every year they come up something like this, and I hope that kids get more inspiration, and we love to see more performance like this.
The Kathak performance was treated differently. And the shlokas given a touch of modernity, which brightened up the show. As children from different schools and centers performed, the audience, mostly parents, thoroughly enjoyed watching their little ones on stage.
पहले कभी होता है जैसे पब्लिक स्कूल के अलग स्टूडेंट हैं और गवर्नमेंट स्कूल के अलग स्टूडेंट हैं, दोनों में बहुत मतलब मतभेद होता था ना, तो ऐसा नहीं था। आज हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा ये देख के कि हम भी कहीं आगे जा सकते हैं।
And the showstopper that day was a bhanga. With a phenomenal entry, the children danced like professionals, inducing every bit of Punjabi culture, leaving the audience completely entertained. Personally, I thought that it was a great platform and a good way of celebrating the summer break. Now that reminds me, it's time for us to go on a small break. Don't go anywhere, because on the other side, there's so much more. Coming up next, Colors of India in Sivas, Turkey. Welcome back. As part of UNESCO World Heritage's 40th anniversary celebration, countries across the world are doing their best to ensure that their heritage sites get the appreciation and the visibility it deserves. Colors of India was invited to a UNESCO conference in Sivas, Turkey. We joined a team of journalists from 40 countries in the city of Sivas, Central Anatolia region, Turkey. Ancient Sivas under the Seljuk rule was an important center of trade on the Silk Road. Many mosques and madrasas from this period still dot the Sivas cityscape, like the Gok Madrase and the Sifaye Madrasesi. After the Seljuks came the Ottomans, and the Sivas Archaeology Museum is dedicated to the city's Ottoman past. The Ottoman Military Band, which is the oldest variety of military marching band in the world, is a surviving intangible heritage from this era. Modern Turkish history is also deeply connected to this city. The Congress of Sivas is considered to be the turning point in the formation of the Turkish Republic under Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. American writer, librarian and art historian Catherine Branning's book of Letters to Turkey, Yes, I'd Love Another Glass of Tea, mentions in detail Sivas and its glorious past. For a lot of people who visit Turkey, the Blue Mosque is what catches their fancy. Oh, people have always heard of that one. The Shivas building, for some reason, is just not known to the outside world.
So that's a very good point, because everyone knows Ottoman architecture. When you think of Turkey, you think of the harem, you think of but really the most, in my eyes, spectacular period was this very short period of Seljuk art, because it laid the basis of this entire country of Turkey. It laid the basis in architecture, laid the foundation for philosophical and religious thought. You know, Rumi and all of the Sufis came from this era. The Turkish language came from this era as well. So they laid the laws of Turkey came from this era. So it's really in 150 years they laid the cornerstones and the foundations of the Ottomans to follow, of the Republic of Ataturk to follow, and of the continued development that we're seeing today in modern Turkey. But it started here, but few people don't know about it because it's far away from the West Coast that most people know. It's far away from Istanbul, so that's why people don't travel here as much.
What exactly is about Turkey that brings you back again and again, apart from the architecture? Any particular aspect of their culture that you're drawn to?
This is a culture that is based in Islam, and Islam believes that a guest or a foreigner or somebody that is not in your family circle is a gift from God. And this thought that you can look at the person that you don't know across from you as a gift from God is a very beautiful thing. And that translates into their generosity, that translates into their hospitality, that translates in their very frank way of talking about you and wanting to ask you questions about things. And I find that tolerance that they have for other people, that curiosity that they have for other cultures, is very infectious.
On our agenda was also a visit to Divri. An important center in terms of history and culture, but rarely ever seen on Turkey's travel map. It was here, in what seemed like the middle of nowhere, that the then ruler Ahmed Shah and his wife commissioned the construction of the Divri Great Mosque and Hospital in 1228 AD. In 1985, this complex was the first to make it to Turkey's list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
This area is very isolated. That's why we came here, because Istanbul, they have also a lot of nice places, but very touristic, so touristic. So we prefer here to come here.
The Ulu Mosque and Healing Center appears to be like a poetry written in stone. The intricate carvings and the detailings on this building. It is difficult to imagine that somebody could have done this in the 13th century. The three grand gates have on them exuberant outpourings of flora and fauna, handcrafted in stone. The framework of these doorways are adorned with stars and medallions and inscriptions in a three-dimensional effect. In comparison, the insides of the mosque is rather plain, But the seat of the Imam, carved in wood, is a surviving wonder.
Bu yapı no one after this building where you can see these beautiful ornaments and this beautiful working. It is a masterpiece, and we can say it is a wonder. It's a wonder, and that's why it's taken to the UNESCO 1985 as the first monument in Turkey.
The adjacent hospital complex has a pool space designed so that the sound of running water could heal the mentally ill. Music therapy was also a part of the ancient healing program, and we were able to experience this in its most authentic setting. Music, they say, has the power to heal, and in Turkey, it is a proven technique, practiced for centuries. On a lighter note, we were also taken to the Kangal district of Turkey, famous for the heavily protected breed of Kangal dogs. And boy, there was something else. Turkish lions indeed. Universal application is what makes World Heritage Sites exceptional, which means no matter where it is located, it belongs to all the people in the world. With 29 sites listed from India, we should be mighty proud. But the question is, do you agree with Karnataka opposing the heritage tag on the Western Ghats? Write to us through our Facebook page. I will see you next week. Take care and good night.